Hi friends, how are you? I am Katherina Perez. This is your channel Superfunkakesandmore, and today I have a special video for you. I want to explain you how I did these two guitars that you are looking here now. These are 3D cakes and these are gravity defying too. So I will explain now how I make it. The first thing you need to know is for how many persons, how many portions you need for your guitar. In the case of my guitars, those were for 20 persons, so was not really a big guitar, but in any case you need to know this information. Why? Because later you need to know of this part of the guitar, the cake part is only this body of the guitar. This part of the neck of the guitar will be only decoration, okay? But the real cake is only this part. So knowing for how many people will be the guitar, you can design how big will be your guitar. So in my case, I told you was only 20 persons, so I only bake 4 times this mold 4 times, so I can build it up at the moment before to sculpt the cake. So the first thing to do is to make a silhouette of your guitar. Of course, this is only an example, but I did this really big, like using two times A4 white paper, so 1 and 2, and then I cut exactly this model and this shape, and then I cut this. I copied this in a wood which was this type of wood. This type of wood is maybe 3 millimeters big. I mean, this part is only 3 millimeters big high. So you need to make your silhouette in this type of wood. So at the end, the neck of the guitar, which will be this area, will be very strong, and it can support all the decoration that you need to know, that you need to do on your guitar. So once you cut this using this type of wood, you need another cake board which is bigger than the first one. If we compare both, you see the difference. I can show you here the difference. This is like 2.5 times big than this one, okay? So you need this type of wood because it's very resistant and it's a little bit heavy. So this will have your cake really good, taking in consideration that the guitar, I mean the cake, will be standing, okay? So this is a good point to know. Once your guitar is, your silhouette in wood is ready, you can glue to the cake board, and will be much better if you use screws to secure your silhouette on your cake board. So when this is already secure, you can start putting the cakes here. I will show you. So if I have 4 of these, you can start building in this way. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 layers of the cake, okay? Then you cut the cake in the shape of this silhouette, and then you have to ganache everything. You have to ganache front, back, and also the sides of the guitar, as you see here in the 2 pictures. And then after 4 hours, maybe, when this is already done, you can cover everything with fondant. In my case, I cover it, as you see in the pictures, in white, because later I have used airbrush. So for me, that way is more easy. It's easier. But you can also cover in the colors of the guitar that you want to do. It's up to you. But for me, it's very easy, all in one, and then I paint what I need to paint, okay? Then that will be all. Another important thing that I think is very good to know is that in the first guitar, in this one, the classic guitar, the first time I used pasta to make the chords of the guitar, and that was a very big mistake because I finished my cake like in the evening, and tomorrow I have to deliver the cake, and what happened is that the cake was overnight in the fridge, but the next day the chords were like the chords separate from the cake and like curving, making a curve. So I think the humidity or whatever it was deformed the shape of the chords, okay? So don't use pasta, or if you use pasta, you have to deliver the cake in the day, or the cake must not be in the fridge, okay? But later in the second guitar, in this one, this here, I use fondant. So I make rolling. I make like some sticks of pasta just by rolling in exactly in this size maybe. And then of course I use Tylo powder, so this can be really fast and very strong. So I did maybe 4 or 5, whatever I did. Always do more than you need. For example, if the guitar have 6, you make 10, just in case, because these have to be at least one day, 24 hours to be really strong and firm. And if you do exactly the number, if some of these break, then you have no time to do it again. So make always more than you need, okay? And then what else I need to do to say? Okay, I think that's all. I hope you like it. And now I will show you what was my scheme for my guitar with all the measurements. I hope you find useful. And this is, remember, for 20 or 25 portions, depending of how big the people cut the slices. And that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me in my social networks like Superfuncakesandmore in Facebook and Instagram. Bye bye. Thank you.